Chapter 11, Radiation and Metallic Nature of Matter. The important questions are: light emits from light source in the following form in the form of photon. Photoelectric current does not depend on frequency of light. Matter waves related to electron extends over the entire sky because it can travel in vacuum as a single wavelength. The stopping potential measures which physical quantity related to electrons. It measures kinetic energy. Which of the following phenomena can explain the waveform of the light? Interference. The wave nature of electron was discovered by de Broglie. The momentum of a photon is p, then its wavelength will be lambda equal to h upon mp. wavelength formula ये है. The order of strong electric field required for electron emission from a metal is 10 to power 8 volt per meter. In the photoelectric effect, light energy is transferred into electrical energy. The nature of radiation is dual. Photoelectric effect was first explained by Einstein. The rest mass of photon is zero. The energy required for electron emission from the surface of metal is called work function. The kinetic energy of emitted electron varies linearly with the frequency of light. The photoelectric current is directly proportional to the intensity of light. The momentum of photon is P equal to mc. Photons are not deflected by electric and magnetic field because they are neutral. The process of escaping of electrons from the surface of metal is called electron emission. The negative potential of the collector plate at which the value of photoelectric current becomes zero is called stopping potential. The wave associated with the moving particle is called de Broglie wave. The value of specific charge of electron is 1.76 into 10 raised to power 11 coulomb per kg. And this is the question for match the column, match the pair. Energy of photon, this is equal to h nu. Matter waves, lambda equal to h upon mv, that is de Broglie waves. Mass energy relation, this is equal to mc square. Work function, phi naught equal to h nu naught. Einstein's equations, 1 upon 2 mv square max equal to h nu minus nu naught. Stopping potential, this is 1 upon 2 mv square max equal to ev naught. Wavelength of electron due to potential, and this is lambda equal to 1.23 upon square root v nanometer. Write the relation between energy and frequency of radiation, and answer is E proportional nu or E equal to h nu. What is the effect on photocurrent on increasing the frequency of the incident light? No effect. What is photon, or explain the nature of photon of light? Small bundles of light energy emitted from a source are called photons. What are the electrons released due to thermal emission called? Thermal ion. Write the formula for wavelength associated with a moving matter particle. This is lambda equal to h upon mv. It is also known as de Broglie relation. The work of the work function, this is extra. The work function of a substance depends on the nature of matter. In an experiment of photoelectric, if the threshold voltage is 1.5 volt, then what will be the kinetic energy of the emitted electrons? The formula for kinetic energy is equal to k max equal to ev naught. Here E is E and V naught equal to 1.5 volt. This is given, and after calculation we get 1.5 electron volt. What is work function? The minimum energy required to emit electrons from the surface of metal is called work function of the metal, and its formula is phi equal to h nu naught, where nu naught is threshold frequency, h is Planck constant, and phi is work function. What is electron emission? Right, its types. The phenomena of emission of electrons from the surface of a metal is called electron emission. It has following types: photoelectric emission, secondary emission, thermal emission, and field emissions. Explain the dual nature of the radiation. Light behaves like a wave and a particle. This is called dual nature of light. Interference shows the wave nature of light, whereas photoelectric effect shows the particle nature of light. What is thermal emission? What should be the properties of the metal for this? The process of emission of electrons from the surface of metal when it is heated to suitable temperature is called thermal emission. Properties for the of the metal for this: the work function of the metal should be less and melting point of the metal should be high. Question is, what is stopping potential? The value of negative potential at certain frequency of incident light at which the value of photocurrent becomes zero is called cut-off potential or stopping potential. In this situation, the kinetic energy of the electron is equal to its potential energy. This is kinetic energy Kmax equal to EV naught. It is potential energy, and kinetic energy written as 1 upon 2 half mv square, that is half mv square max EV naught. What are matter waves? Write their properties. The waves associated with the moving particle are called matter waves. The properties are: these waves are not electromagnetic waves and mechanical waves. These waves can also travel in vacuum. These waves do not depend on the charge and nature of particle. The wavelength of an electron is 1 nanometer. Find its momentum. We have lambda equal to 1 nanometer, 10 to power minus 9 meter. We know P equal to h upon lambda by putting value यहाँ h की वैल्यू 6.62 इंटू 10 पावर माइनस 34 एंड लेमडा की वैल्यू 10 पावर माइनस 9. इसको सॉल्व करेंगे तो p इक्वल टू 6.62 इंटू 10 पावर माइनस 25 kg मीटर पर सेकेंड इसका मोमेंटम हो जाएगा. What is threshold frequency? The minimum frequency of incident radiation below which electron emission is not possible from the metal surface. This frequency is called threshold frequency. What is photoelectric effect? When light of suitable frequency is incident on the surface of metal, electron emits from its surface is called photoelectric effect. Question: write down laws of photoelectric effect. There is no time lag between incident radiation and emission of electrons. Number of emitted photoelectrons is directly proportional to the intensity of incident radiation and does not depend on frequency. Kinetic energy of photoelectrons is directly proportional to the frequency and does not depend on intensity. For each metal, there is minimum frequency of incident radiation below which emission of photoelectrons is not possible. Question: derive Einstein's photoelectric equation. Einstein explained photoelectric effect on the basis of Planck's quantum theory. Energy of photon according to Planck E equal to h nu. This energy utilized in two ways. A part of energy used to emit electron from the surface of metal, that is in work function phi equal to h nu naught. Remaining part of energy used to give kinetic energy to the emitted electron, that is Ek equal to half mv square max. From the conservation of energy we get, ये फोटॉन की एनर्जी थी, दो पार्ट में डिवाइड हुई वर्क फंक्शन में, ये तो इन दोनों को ऐड कर देंगे. तो फोटॉन की वैल्यू अभी हम देख रहे थे, ई की वैल्यू क्या थी यहाँ, ई की वैल्यू यहाँ पर ऊपर आप देख रहे हैं, ई की वैल्यू क्या है, एच न्यू है, तो इस वैल्यू को पुट कर देंगे. फिर यहाँ पर फाई की वैल्यू ये पुट कर देंगे और के की वैल्यू ये पुट कर देंगे, ई के की वैल्यू. तो ये सारी वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे यहाँ पर, ये ई की वैल्यू, फाई की वैल्यू और ई के की वैल्यू. इसमें से हम क्या करेंगे, इस को हम ट्रांसपोज कर दिए हैं और ट्रांसपोज करने के बाद इसमें कॉमन ले लिए, तो इस तरह से फार्मूला आ गया. यही जो है आइंस्टीन का इक्वेशन है. Establish de Broglie wave relation. Moving particle also behaves like waves. According to Planck's quantum theory, energy of photon E equal to h nu. From Einstein mass energy equivalence, energy of photon E equal to mc square. From equation first and second we compare mc square equal to h nu. दोनों एनर्जी को हम इक्वल कर दिए हैं. यहाँ जो न्यू की वैल्यू होती है सी अपॉन लेमडा होती है, इसमें से सी और ये सी कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. तो इस तरह से यहाँ पर यदि हम लेमडा को निकालेंगे तो लेमडा इक्वल टू एच अपॉन एम सी. एम सी जो होता है वो मोमेंटम के इक्वल होता है, यहाँ पर मास इंटू वेलोसिटी है, तो एच अपॉन पी लिख सकते हैं. अब इसी को हम कन्वर्ट कर देंगे. इफ मास एंड वेलोसिटी ऑफ पार्टिकल इज एम एंड बी, देन द मोमेंटम ऑफ पार्टिकल ऑफ वेवलेंथ मैटर वेव इज, यहाँ पर लेमडा इक्वल टू एच अपॉन एम बी. ये डी ब्रॉगली वेव है, ये मैटर वेव है.